Hi, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I'm Addie from Adler Creative, and this is part 3 of making ornaments for my local auto parts store. In this video, I'm going to be making both the ornament and the star above my head, but I also wanted to show you what it would look like if you used a different material and a different shape. So let's jump right into this. I'm starting with a simple ornament design, like this. I'm using some foam insulation we had left over from a home project. You could also use 2 or 3 sheets of foam board stacked together and get the same result. To make the front frame of my ornament, I'm tracing a bigger circle and a smaller circle. I'm tracing the width of my ribbon so the cap of my ornament is the exact same. Now I'm tracing my thinner ribbon so that my ornament cap is the same height as its width. Now I'm ready to cut my design out of the foam. Then I am cutting the hole out of the middle of my design to make the frame. Now I am cutting just the outline of the design out of a single sheet of foam board. This will become the back piece of my ornament. I would recommend painting the sides of the foam board before moving on to the next step. Now I am decoupaging the back piece with ripped up ads. I am ripping all the sides because I like it better when there are no straight lines showing. There is really no rhyme or reason to this. I just wanted to make sure that everything was covered and the store name was on the top layer so it would be visible. Now I'm painting the top pieces black. That way if there are any gaps between the ribbon, it isn't obvious. I needed 1 piece of ribbon cut to 5 inches in length to cover my cap, and the rest of my ribbons were cut to 3-inch length. I'm going to start by gluing my 5-inch piece of ribbon to the frame first. I laid the piece of ribbon face down on my table and then laid the frame face down on top of it. I am hot gluing the ribbons to the inside back of the frame only, then pulling them taut around the front of the frame and leaving them lay flat for now. I'm alternating between the black and red ribbon. I wanted the pattern to be even, so about halfway down one side, I went back to the top on the other side and repeated the same pattern. Once the ribbons have met in the middle, I lay the back face down onto my frame. Now I am pulling the ribbons tight and gluing them down to the back of the ornament. I am taking my narrower ribbon and wrapping it around the cap piece and hot gluing it down too. Because I didn't paint the sides of my foam, there were tiny spaces where the white on the side was showing. I hid them by coloring them in with a black Sharpie. I am tracing my ornament onto a thick piece of scrapbook paper. Then I am cutting it out just inside of my traced lines. I am looping a piece of thinner ribbon and gluing it down to make a hanger, but you could also use string. I'm gluing my scrap paper down to the back of my ornament to give it a clean appearance. Next, I made them 3 star ornaments to hang off the front of the registers. These follow all the same steps as the last ornament, so I'm only going to tell you about the few differences. One of these stars started to split when I was cutting it out, so I wrapped it with masking tape so I would be able to paint over it. There was quite a bit of the decoupage hanging off the sides of the star backgrounds, so I'm just cutting it off. I'm gluing the loop to hang these first because it doesn't interfere with the way the ribbon will be wrapped. While making these stars, I found it easier to glue the ribbon down just like the ornament, but then pulling it taut and gluing it to the outside edge. That way the ribbon was standing straight up. It made it easier to make sure all of the points were covered correctly. I'm gluing all of my red ribbons down first. When I make it to one of the inside points of the star, I am folding the ribbon underneath of itself to make a straight line through the point. Now I am gluing my thinner black ribbon down. I wanted to make sure that all of the stitches showed, so I didn't want the red ribbon to overlap it at any point. I'm going to attach the back to the star before I cover the points with ribbon. I'm running a bead of hot glue straight across the points and laying my black ribbon over it so it doesn't shift and leave a gap later. For the very tip of every point of the star, I cut my red ribbon in half lengthwise and glued it down the same way as the black ribbon. Just like the ornament, there was white showing from the foam board, but instead of using a Sharpie, I used the same paint that I used to paint the frames. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this project, click the like button below. You can let me know what you're thinking or ask questions by leaving a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and if you click the bell, it'll notify you when I upload my next video. And if you have a friend that you would like to make this project with, or you think that they would enjoy the project, share the video by clicking the button below. Until next time, my birds of a feather, create something together.
This is its own entity. No control over it. Just harbor it like a fugitive. In this video, I'm going to be making both the ornament version and the star version of a hanging decoration.